Alright, good day everybody, welcome back to another upload of It's Dyer thing. Rob here, and before we go any further ahead, don't forget to hit the notification and the subscription. This way you'll always be up to date on everything that we do. So what we're going to do today here is the floppy flasher. So Yamaha offers a new style flasher here, which is a rigid flasher, and then from that it's got like a little rubber and a retainer that holds it onto the body panel, and I'm going to teach you guys on how to fix it when it flops out. Let's go. All right, so what we're going to first do on this YZF R3 2025, as you can see, it's got the floppy flasher. We're going to have to reset it back to being solid. So the first things we're going to do is we're going to just remove all these body panels here. Sometimes you're going to have to steer it around. Just to make this video a little bit, oh wow, this guy is tight. Just to make the video a little bit shorter, I'm going to kind of get all this set up. And then from there, once we have the panel out, we will show you exactly what to do. So Clint, I need you to press pause and not stop. All right, so now that we got the actual panel off here, basically what happens on a Yamaha flasher, especially the newer style flashers, let's take this guy out. We can take this all off. On the new type flasher, it's a solid piece, and then you have a rubber mounting point, and then you have the back plate. So what happens is you put the rubber mounting piece into the flasher holder stay area, and then you put the back plate onto that, which then kind of expands the back portion of it and then keeps it held in place. However, if you do have a mishap, somebody's walking by and they knock it, or if the bike falls down and whatnot like that, what would happen generally is this whole flasher assembly kind of falls inside into the body panel, and that's where you get the floppy flasher. So in order to fix that, basically you take the backing plate off, right? And that's only just a rubber mounted back plate. You fit it back through into your device, or you pull it out of the device, right? And as you can see, it's got a teardrop shape, which follows the same teardrop onto the actual flasher. Gently, because especially on a painted part, you don't want to scratch any paint. So now you've kind of reset it back in place, right there. And then you take the backing plate, and again, it also has a teardrop shape to it. And then that folds up into these little slotted grooves here. So you got that slotted piece that goes into the slotted groove. And then same thing, and once it's in, that's it. So now it's completely set, and it's ready to go again. So if there's ever a mishap and it falls out, falls in, pushes off, you can always reset it. Some vehicles, such as the MT-07, you might be lucky enough that you can actually do it without having to take any panels off, but it's the same principle again. On this one here, if you look very closely, you have the rubber back plate of the flasher, and then there's a gasket. See this little rubber gasket? So this allows a lot of flex, and so again, if it falls in, you still have the back plate on the back side. You have to reset it, put the back plate on. So sometimes you'd have to take a little panel off, or you can kind of mess around and do it like that. But that's the fuse of the system. So it allows the flasher to kind of dislodge or dislocate without being damaged. So that's the cool invention about Yamaha's flashers. So hopefully this it helps you understand a little bit more, and hopefully I explained it enough. Till next time, you all be good, be safe, take care. Don't forget, keep it covered. Bye.